I think you can look at transition in different ways when you ask what does transition look like. Transition happening through the phases of growth. So you go from a pioneer stage to what I call a structural phase. The pioneer is more outwards, and then the structure is more inwards. And then if you continue to grow, you go to a more delegating phase that is much more pioneering outwards again. And then you come to more a coordinating phase where you have a movement that some part of the organization is in the pioneer phase, some part is in the structure phase, some part even is in the delegation phase, and you are a movement of different works and churches and multiplying, and in all the phases you have different characteristics of transition that you need to be aware of. There is some dynamic, and if you jump over one phases, if you jump from the pioneer to delegation phase, you will probably within 3 to 5 years have big trouble, because there's something in each phases in an organization growth that is important. So I think that's one way of looking. Another way of looking is how do you transist a kind of a declining church towards a growing church? How do you go from a transition from a church without no vision to kind of get a vision and move towards a direction? That's another question, because that's a dynamic of change management. It's really taking a clear understanding of where we are, but then build a team from the center, because you can never change a church and have a transition in a church without the leadership of the church. You can forget it. I'm working and helping larger churches into different development. We're also stagnating churches to turn them around. And you can never do anything without unity in the leadership. If there is disunity in the leadership, forget it. You need to have a unity in leadership, because the change process is really going to change is so hard from a declining church or a kind of church that stopped growth. So you need unity in leadership, but often the change is not coming from the center but from the fringe, in the way that the leadership give vision for something else, something that is, they paint a picture of an alternative future, not about what's there today, but an alternative future that they believe God will lead them into. And then they create a space for people to start to create another culture that's already in the church. But the culture is not coming from within, it's coming from without. So you're building a culture that will even more and more start to take over. But you need to be clear in what you want, because when you say, this is where we're going, we are here, this is where we're going, you will have people who complain. So you need to be secure of unity in leadership, a clear vision, that there is something that you really feel we can move towards that. And you need to have enough people in the group that will move you towards that.